What is going on, guys? We're jumping straight into the knife round of round 4 of the Rivalcade CSGO July blowout for $5,000 single elimination tournament here, and it is just going to be an overhaul by Adrenaline Gamer here, actually taking out all 5 players with only losing 1. So they are going to have their option to choose whether or not they want to start on the T side or the CT side, and they actually are going to go ahead and start on the CT side. So it's going to be Adrenaline Gamer versus LeLeSports. And it is going to be right into the pistol round. So on the inside of Adrenaline Gamer, we actually see all 5 players opting to go for some body armor. And on the side of LeLeSports, we see 4 players with body armor. And then Valeri on a Tech 9 and a smoke grenade. So the first kill is going to go to Yo-Dog and the round. And it is going to be Testy who gets the second one. So a quick 5 versus 3 advantage before Ash comes in with the headshot to Origin to try and even things out. It's going to be 650 to come in with a kill, as well as Ash actually picking up another one. So now actually Lundis with a very nice headshot there. And wow, Lundis is going to clean it up to give Adrenaline Gamer the first round as the defuse does come in here. So the CT side, seemingly LeLeSports had control of the B site. They got the 2 entry frags. They were able to get the bomb plant. And then just between Lundis and Ash, they had 4 frags in between the 2 of them, and really just kind of mauled over LeLeSports with that retake. So coming into this, it's actually LeLeSports that's just going to go ahead and save this round, not try and buy anything up. They did get the bomb plant down, so they are going to have money to buy up in the next round, and so I believe that is why they're deciding not to buy anything too incredible this round. But let's see what Adrenaline Gamer can make of these SMGs. Every single player on Adrenaline Gamer has an SMG, and 650 is in a good position to use it. He gets 2 frags. Lundis is going to come in with one of his own, but it's going to be Yo-Dog who takes out 650. Lundis coming in with a second one, so it's all going to be left up to Testy. And it's going to be Lundis with 3 frags in the round, so 2-0 in favor of Adrenaline Gamer, and now we expect to see probably like a full AK buy-up by LeLeSports. And so let's see what happens. They buy up everything that we can, so we see 5 AKs, we see a decent amount of nades going around. You see like a couple smoke grenades. I feel like some of the players maybe for LeLeSports should have picked up a smoke grenade over an HE grenade or a smoke grenade over a molly, but let's see what they have in store for us. A botched flash is going to cause Ash to kind of fall off that position there. And actually, Lundis in a super good position to come in big here at mid. He's going to be able to pick up 1, but there is 3 more that he spots, so he has the information to tell Adrenaline Gamers, his teammates on Adrenaline Gamer, what's going on. So he's going to come in. Lundis is going to be able to pick up 2 more, so Lundis is going huge so far as Testy comes in to get 1. Is he going to be able to finish off the second one? No, it's going to be Lundis. Lundis is going to pick up all 5 frags in the round, so a huge round by Lundis. That push up mid, that super fast aggression to be able to pick off 1, fall back, and actually picks up the remaining 4, so a huge round by Lundis. And especially because it was the first gun round, he just, put his team on his back there and rode Adrenaline Game to the round 3 victory. So LeLeSports on that note is going to say, whoa, let's take it back a notch. And so they're just going to go for some upgraded pistols and probably just look to get the bomb plant down in this round here. And so actually, this Ash boost is going to pay off this time. He's going to be able to get 1, and it's going to be 650 that chimes in with 1 before Valeri comes in with the Tech 9 to do some damage. It is going to be Santos who gets a nice nade kill there. And so it is going to be Blinken and Valeri. Lundis comes in, Ash comes in, and they get 1 frag each. So actually, frag spread across the board there. Overt conceding his frag to Ash. And so some very good play by Adrenaline Gamer so far. You can tell that they're seemingly working as a teammate, the way that they're throwing nades, boosting each other, flashing it in here or here, trading out kills here or there. You can really see that they are very much working like a team. And one thing that you do want to note is that LeLeSports is going to go up for another buy round. They have a little bit more money to work with in this round than they did in their first buy round, but we still have Santos on an SMG, and we still have, I'm going to say 500 is his new name, 500 on a FAMAS. So let's see how those pan out in this round here. And so it's going to be Overt with the first kill there, which is going to stop the push at B site for now at least. And let's see, they're taking it kind of slow, at least a little bit slower than they have in previous rounds. And it's going to be Valeri who picks up 500 to bring it back to a 4-on-4 scenario. And usually that 4-on-4 scenario favors the T side because that means there's a weak point somewhere. But I'm going to tell you something, that weak point is not towards B. There are 3 players here at B. Ash gets flashed out of this position, but let's see if they're going to be able to hold it down. Ash is going to come in with the first kill. Santos with the SMG is going to get one. Lundis is going to chime in with one of their own, so the kills are spread out evenly across the board, and now it's Blinken. It's all on Blinken. He's going to be able to pick up one, but it is going to be Overt who gets his second kill of the round, and it's going to be 500 that round that concedes the kill to Overt. So frags should be kind of, other than Lund is going huge, the frags are kind of even on the side of Adrenaline Gamer, and when it comes to LeLeSports, we're only talking about 7 frags on the side of LeLeSports, so it's imperative that they start getting some kills and winning some rounds before it becomes too late. So into this round, we're going to see some upgraded armor and pistols on LeLeSports, and let's see if they can make something work with it. These Tech 9s are as super powerful as well as the Deagle, both in close range and in moderately long range. So let's see if they can make any one-shot headshots work. So it's going to be very quiet until Lundis decides to peek at mid, and this time he's not going to get 5 kills, he's going to get 0 because it's going to be Blinken with that one-shot headshot I was talking about with that Tech 9 to give the advantage towards LeLeSports. Now, definitely the equipment advantage is not in their hands, but they can possibly do this because, like I said, the pistols are powerful, and it's going to be Valeri who picks up 500, so a 5-on-3 advantage, but Santos still in this spot behind barrels here, and so it's going to be Santos and Ash to kind of hold the grounds. Ash coming in with 2 frags, could almost pick up the third there, falls back to reload, so it's going to be Blinken and Valeri who have actually picked up M4s each. They have some armor, at least on Blinken. Valeri, on the other hand, just has the Deagle. Let's see if they can make it work. So in this round, they were looking to just get a bomb plant down, maybe get a few kills, but now they have to take out Santos to do one of those 2 things, and it's going to be Santos who comes in with 3 kills in the round and stops the takeover of B side of LeLeSports. And so 6-0 is the scoreline that we're looking at, favoring Adrenaline Gamer, that is. So LeLeSports in a position where they're now on max loss bonus, which means that they can buy every round until their economy gets reset by winning a round. And so a huge buy coming out here. 2 ops, 1 on Testy, 1 on Blinken. I believe those are the first ops that we've seen in the game so far. We have 1 on Lundis as well. So 500, being aggressive in this position instead of Lundis this round. It is going to be 500, and he's actually going to see the same fate that Lundis did in the previous round. So it is going to be a stack towards B. And I do apologize there. I believe there's some thunder outside. But it is going to be a little bit of a B stack. And so A site, for the most part, is a little bit... they're playing it 2-on-2, but there is a little bit of a weakness at A, as nobody is on the site, actually, for Adrenaline Gamer. If Blinken looks in the right position, he will spot out Santos here. He's going to get the nice shot onto Santos, so that gives him the opening they need to the B site. It's going to be only 1 player that they have to deal with, and on the tide of LeLeSports, they do have 4 players, so Yodog is going to be boosting his buddy up atop of him to see what else they have to work with here. Testy is going to get another frag, an entry frag that is onto Over, but it is going to be Ash that rotate from A that picks up Blinken. So trying to hold this site down here. Let's see how much work he can do. He's going to be able to pick up another one, and that's the bomb, and it's the most important player. And so now it is brought down to a 3v2 situation, and Lundis is going to make it a 2v2 situation, so Adrenaline Gamer staying in this round, but the bomb is going to get planted, and it's actually going to be Lundis and Origin that trade each other out there. And so the first round, the 7th round, that is towards LeLeSports, and now we need to see them work some magic. And so the biggest thing about this is that because they were on that max loss bonus, they continue to have that max loss bonus until they win a round. So now that they win a round, they have to continue to win rounds, or their economy is going to be reset into a place where they cannot buy. So it's imperative that they start stringing rounds together. So let's see if they can do that here, especially because a 6-0 advantage is not something that you want to work with this early in the match. So let's see if they can bring it back a little bit, even it up. And they've got the utility to do it. Full nades on everyone. An AWP on Testy that came in big in the previous round. And actually, Adrenaline Gamer able to buy up. And that's expected, but they did not buy up another op, which is huge because the op was coming in pretty powerful by the players that were using it on the Adrenaline Gamer side. And actually, Lundis pushed up in this mid area again, is able to pick off one, but I believe Actually, he falls off quick enough. No, it's going to be Yodog that peeks out and gets a nice headshot onto Lundis. So, traded out. And again, like I said, usually just trading out 1-for-1 favors the T side a little bit because it means there's a weakness somewhere. There's an area where potentially LeLeSports could penetrate. And right now, that is a site, as there is now. Ash is coming up towards this A site just barely in enough time to potentially meet the push of LeLeSports. So you see 3 players working up long here. The bomb is that long, so you're going to assume that at some point it is going to be an A hit. And it is the right approach, but they need to go fast enough because it is going to be 500. Actually, Testy takes out 500, trying to backstab the players that are more up towards A site. So now they only have to deal with Ash. And let's see, are they going to be able to deal with it? Yes, it's going to be Blinken that gets the headshot onto Ash. So now the site is completely LeLeSports. The smokes are going to go out, and it is going to be the bomb plant and after plant spots. And let's see, all they have to do is hold it off from Santos in overt. So let's take a look at the scoreboard here. We have Lundis still on a ton of frags. And again, LeLeSports just kind of trying to scratch a round or two together. And like I said, this is the round that they need to do it because they do not want to reset their economy, especially on Overpass, because Overpass is it's a pretty even map. So you don't typically see something start out like 6-0 or anything crazy like that. You wanna stick around 8-7, 9-6, usually favoring the CT side a little bit. So it's good that LeLeSports is beginning to start to take some rounds here, especially string some rounds together so that they can gain the momentum to go into further rounds, possibly set Adrenaline Gamer back on a save round and things like that. But for this round, it is going to be Adrenaline Gamer buying up again, as they do have some money. They do have some money stashed away on some players to where they can kind of drop some weapons around. So you see Santos dropping a weapon or two, and you're actually going to see an op-out in this round. So this is a big round because this is what I would say an official gun round for both teams. If one of the teams loses this, they are going to be put back on a save round. And so that is imperative in the scheme of things. And let's see what's happening. LeLeSports playing quite slow. A smoke is going to go out, but it's actually going to be Origin doing really, really good damage to 500 through that smoke. They're dropping him all the way down to 4 HP. One of the things that we do want to note on Adrenaline Gamer is on Lund is we're not seeing any armor, and on 500 we don't see any head armor, which is a little bit different from what we see on the side of LeLeSports, them having plenty of money, winning back-to-back rounds fairly cleanly. So Lund is in a good position to work with these people pushing along, and it is going to be Origin that gets picked off. And so now not quite a 5-on-4 situation, I would say, because we have 500 on 4 HP, and Lund is already dropped all the way down to 24 HP. So yeah, it only takes 1 or 2 shots to bring this back to even. It is going to be Blinken that picks up 500, and with another shot, he's going to actually pick up Lundis. So it is going to be brought back to a 4v3 situation. Blinken on 17 HP, but doing the work. So 2 frags so far by Blinken, and actually that's going to cause the rotate of 2 players up to the A site. So if they do this quickly, they could actually take advantage of that rotate by Adrenaline Gamer and really just kind of walk in, if they do it together, into this B site. So let's see how long it takes him. Is it going to be long enough for one of the Adrenaline Gamer players to get antsy enough to rotate back? So a smoke is going to come into this bank position, but let's see. Is it a fake by Yodog? We're going to find out here in a second. Yes, it is just a fake by Yodog. Yodog is, however, going to get the entry towards the A site, but it is going to be Santos that needs to hold off this B site. Santos is going to come in with 1 frag. He's going to see the legs of another, so he's going to pick him up. It's going to be down to a 1v1 situation. The bomb is going to be planted by LeLeSports. It's going to be Valeri versus Ash Ketchup. I believe Valeri can't find a bomb spot to plant, and it is going to be Ash coming in from stairs, and Ash actually is able to see Valeri come back to this cat position, and now Valeri is just running for his life. Let's see what happens here. Ash is going to tap the bomb to see, and actually no kit, so Ash is going to have to do a 10-second defuse, which means she has to work, he or she has to work here a little bit faster. And it is going to be Valeri. Actually, a very kind of predictable play walking all the way around like that because of the length of time it took for him to walk around. You know, it was Ash able to kind of realize maybe what was going on, not peeking from Cat after a couple of seconds of defusing the bomb. You figure maybe he's coming in from that long position, and that's exactly what happened there. So a good play by there, a good 1v1 clutch by Ash after. Really, they didn't look like they should have had that round, but it was Santos who came in huge, and it was Ash who came in huge at A site. So holding their sights down pretty well and bringing it back down to this 1v1 situation in which Ash was able to clutch. And so a good round there by Adrenaline Gamer. And unfortunately for LeLeSports now, their money... So this is another really important round because this is where the money gets really, really low. So you can see like some people stringing some rounds together and then LeLeSports stringing some rounds together. Now this round is really, really important. So it is going to be a trade 1-for-1 in mid. And like I said again, that kind of favors the T side, but let's see what Adrenaline Gamer can do. 500 picking up Valeri. Testy is looking right in the right direction, but it is going to be a headshot and then some body shots from 500. That causes the advantage to go heavily in the favor of Adrenaline Gamer. And now it is Origin and Blinken working into this connector. And it is actually Blinken with the bomb. So a flash is going to go out. Origin is going to know that he's flashed because of the way that he's spraying his P90 there. And so now it's brought back to a 2v3 situation. And this is definitely doable by either side. LeLeSports has the time and actually now there is no advantage for Adrenaline Gamer as Blinken gets that shot onto overt. So a 2v2 situation. Santos and Ash came in big in the last round and they're going to have to do it again if they want this 10th round. Ash looking in the right direction, but Blinken's not. So Blinken's going to be backstabbed, but Ash kind of missing some shots there. But it is Origin that now knows. And so Ash kind of fell off to reload or whatnot, and after hearing so many missed shots, you would expect such a thing. And oh my gosh, Origin and Santos just mistiming that there. Origins would have had to drop onto Santos. And so Origin's going to flash himself out, but let's see. Actually, Santos just runs kind of right through the flash and actually picks up Origin. So I'm assuming what Santos did there is he saw where the flash was coming from, just turned his back, ran straight at the flash, and knew that it was going to be Blinken kind of turning his back away, or I'm sorry, Origin turning his back away from the flash so that he didn't flash himself, and really kind of got the sly backstab there. So, but a victory in LeLeSports is that they were able to plant the bombs, so they are able to kind of force some weapons up in this round. It's not something that I would say is particularly good to do, but the fact that you're at a 6-round deficit and you're giving a lot of momentum to Adrenaline Gamer, it may be worth trying to force a round win here. And so this is a little bit of something that we haven't seen before, which is kind of a bust out into one area. But let's see if Funness is going to be able to hold it. He's gotten a 5K before. He's only going to get 2 this round as Yo-Dog comes in and finishes him off. So let's see how quick the rotate's going to come in, because as of right now, there aren't many people towards the A site. And so Ash is going to be coming in from connector, and oh my god, is going to spray Testy down to 2 HP. But let's see what happens. Testy has the bomb here, and it's in a very awkward position. A nade's going to come in, and that's just going to finish Testy off. So now LeLeSports has to go back for the bomb. It's going to be Yo-Dog that picks up another one. His second on the round. How many will he get? That is the question. He needs to get 3 more, at least 3 more between Yo-Dog and Valeri. But they have to get the bomb first, so a headshot and a body shot is going to retire 500, and it's going to be brought down to a 2v2 situation, but Valeri on 30 HP, Yo-Dog on 9 HP after getting 3 frags, and so it's all up to Valeri to kind of get 1 or 2 frags to keep Yo-Dog in this. The unfortunate thing for LeLeSports is that Adrenaline Gamer know exactly where the bomb is, so they're just kind of holding the angles around the bomb and waiting just for that to happen. Valeri to peek out, for Yo-Dog to peek. But let's see, actually Yo-Dog manages to pick up the bomb because it was behind that wall there. So manages to pick up the bomb. And so now it's just going to be a hold of A site. Actually looks like, okay, this is a smart play here. Kind of just playing 1 and 1. 1 on A site, 1 on B site to ensure that both the sites are covered. But let's see where it's going to be. Yo-Dog taking his time kind of here to run up towards A. Shooting, which gives off his position here, which is probably not what you want to do. And there's only 7 seconds in the round. He has to plant right now or it's not going to work. It is not going to work. And so just at the last second, Santos peeks out. It's going to be Yo-Dog who's able to pick up the frag, but so Yo-Dog could have potentially planted the bomb, and that round may have gone his way. But with 9 HP, being able to pick up 2 or 3 or 4 kills is incredible in the situation that they were, because they were kind of on a quasi-buy there. Now, what a quasi-buy is means that, like, some people bought out, some people didn't buy out. But the thing about what happened there is that the way in which they bought, they really needed to win that round. And unfortunately, they didn't. Even though he did get 4 frags, you're going to be able to see that Adrenaline Gamer is going to be able to buy up in this round as well. They're not going to have nearly as good of a buy, but they are still going to be able to buy up. So it's more about not getting the kills or about having enough money to buy in the next round. For the side of LeLeSports right now, it's more about just winning the rounds, because if they're not winning the rounds, obviously there's no way that they can win the game. But it's getting to a point with a 7-round deficit, already given Adrenaline Gamer a 9. This is what you typically see. You see 8-7 or 9-6, so them already having 9 rounds before LeLeSports even has 3 is a little bit worrisome. But let's see what LeLeSports opts to do in this round. So you see Testy and Yo-Dog. Yo-Dog saved the AK from the previous round. Testy buying that up here. Then we're going to see another Deagle on Blinken, a P250 in armor, Deagle in armor. So a not an entire force buy or a buyout, but definitely some good money spent in this round for LeLeSports. And the bust to A almost worked last round, but it looks like they're going to try and go with a bust towards B. So running through some fires and a nade, and actually Testy gets a really nice shot on over, but it's going to be 500 that picks up Origin, and the nade of Santos is going to pick up Yodog. So it looks so good, but then it got so bad so quick. So Ash coming in with that P90 and 500 coming with that P90, actually getting 4 frags between the two of them there. And so it looked so good, but unfortunately, it ended so quickly. And so now let's see what happens. LeLeSports has enough money to buy up. It is a little bit late, but they are going to actually go ahead and do it. Yodog on that UMP, nothing to worry about. He could have bought an AK, so there must be some reason that he bought the UMP in particular. And so let's see what happens this round. All 5 LeLeSports players towards this B site. Some flashes coming out. Let's see. Ash in this aggressive position is going to be able to pick up one. Yodog's going to trade Ash out. And it's going to be 500 who comes in from the connector area with that P9 to get just another kill with it. Overt peeking out long, picking up one, is actually able to get the headshot and the body shot onto Blinken. And it's going to be 500 with another P90 kill. So 500 just like rolling over people with that P90, but actually Lundes, and they're all going to drop their P90s and go with the rifles from here on out.
Microphone muted. Microphone activated.
So 11-2 in favor of Adrenaline Gamer. It is imperative that LeLeSports starts picking up around. If they can pick up these last two here, make it 11-4, it's a little bit more manageable than what 13-2 would look like. 11-4 allows you to win the pistol round, win the first gun round, and then you're talking about like 11-8, 11-9 scoreline. So some aggression here by Lundes. We haven't seen this from a few rounds. And it's actually going to be a roast by 500. And 2 kills by Lundes, just backstabbing the players. 3 kills in backstab. Let's see, is he going to be able to pick up the 4th Origin on that P250? Let's see if he's going to be able to take down Lundes. It only takes a headshot here. Lundes dropped down to 30 HP, but it's going to be 500 that comes in. They're coming in from all around. Origin reloading his pistol. It's just not going to be enough. 500 coming in with his 2nd kill of the round. And actually, Ash is, you know, sliding in to rub it into his face a little bit. So 12-2, a huge CT half for Adrenaline Gamer here. And so LeLeSports, in the least, you're going to want to win this round, because this round will give you a little bit more momentum going into the next round. If they're obliterated here, then you go into the pistol round thinking, oh, I can't do it, this isn't going to work, we don't have enough momentum, yada, yada, yada. But if they're able to pick this one up and show themselves that they can still do it, it will help immensely coming into their CT half. And so again, a little bit of a slower play here by LeLeSports. Typically they had been, the past couple of rounds, the past 3 to 5 rounds, they were running really aggressive strats. Now playing a little bit slower, but it doesn't seem to be paying off. As 500 picks up the first frag, it's going to be Blinken that gets one. Actually, Origin and Blinken trading out the teammates, but it's going to be 500 who actually picks up a second one here. So the advantage is going to go towards Adrenaline Gamer, but Valeri and Yodog remain to do this. Lundes just going crazy. He's going to be able to pick up 1. He's going to be able to pick up 2. Lundes going off right there. 24 frags in the half for Lundes. So an insane half by Lundes. And only 5 kills on Overt. So a huge half there by Adrenaline Gamer, but more importantly, a huge half by Overt. Or I'm sorry, Lundes. Absolutely insane. 24 kills halfway through the game. But, you know, in theory, not actually completely halfway through the game. It depends, you know, obviously how many games, or how many rounds LeLeSports gets back on their CT side. But it is still doable. It is still doable. It is possible. It just may not be probable. So it's just going to be a matter of time before the two teams ready up, and once they do, the server will reset. We will see LeLeSports on their CT side. We're going to see if maybe they can build some momentum like the momentum Adrenaline Gamer built on their CT side.
Microphone muted.
And so One thing to note here is that Adrenaline Gamer is actually giving 2 players Tech 9s, and they have a smoke and a flash, so maybe there might be a little bit of like an execute strat or somewhere in what Adrenaline Gamer has to do this pistol round. On the side of LeLeSports, Testy actually has a an incendiary grenade to maybe hold off a bomb plant or a push somewhere, but everyone else has armor, so it does look like it's going to be a B hit. They've given him a lot of ground at B, LeLeSports that is. Origin's going to come in with a frag of his own. And let's see, it is going to be just a kind of a run over here by Adrenaline Gamer at the B site, but it is going to be Blinken that wants to stop it. Blinken's going to get one before Ash gets one. And it's going to be Testy who actually comes in the back and gets one before 500 gets Valeri. So the trade's coming in, but the trades are going to favor Adrenaline Gamer at the moment. It's all going to be left up to Lundiz and 500 of Adrenaline Gamer to hold off this B site. And actually, Lundiz is going to get a nice headshot, and now it's all on Yo-Dog. Yo-Dog, oh, the long-range Glock shot by 500. 500 feeling it in the round, picking up 2 frags. Lundiz picking up 2, and Ash picking up 1. So kind of a steamroll there for Adrenaline Gamer. It looked like LeLeSports was just going to stay in it just long enough, but I don't feel that the CT players held off the push long enough for the rotates to come in a reasonable amount of time so that the retake could come in before Adrenaline Gamer's teammates, the team of Adrenaline Gamer, could get set up in those after plant positions. So LeLeSports actually just going to go ahead and go for the win here by buying up everything that they can in this round. Let's see how it plays out. Blinken getting a nice headshot onto Santos to start off the round, but it is going to be Ash that comes in to pick up 2 with the MAC-10. Origin returning, but it is going to be 500 and Ash who want this round to be over as quick as possible. So Ash on 3 kills in the round, still alive. Let's see. And so it is going to be 500 who takes out Yo-Dog. So 2 kills for 500, 3 for Ash. And actually them having a very strong... you see Ash in 500, they're trying to catch up with Lundiz. So them having a very strong T-half right now. And let's see if they will wrap it up and make it 16-2. LeLeSports obviously now just buying up as well as they are on match point. They have 13 to work with. That is Adrenaline Gamer. Let's see. These MP9s, P90s... Blinken, you saw him get a kill with that with the Deagle. It isn't impossible to win a round like this. It's just not probable with the equipment, and let's see what happens. It's going to be some aggression towards B again, and let's see if LeLeSports is going to be able to hold it off. Santos is going to get the entry. Santos is going to be Ash behind Santos to pick up the second one, so now it's just kind of Adrenaline Gamer not even planting the bomb, just really just rolling over LeLeSports. The bomb is going to go down, but it is going to be a half HP Blinken and Valeri that have to retake the site as Santos comes in with another frag. So Santos just running and gunning there with the P90. And so 500 is actually going to get the last 2, so he comes in with a with 2 kills at the end, and so the P90's proving to be huge for 500 and Santos at least. But Adrenaline Gamer 16-2 scoreline. I'm not doing a very good job of picking matches in which I think are going to be close. Adrenaline Gamer 16-2, a huge game by Adrenaline Gamer. Unfortunately, LeLeSports is going to go home in this round. This is round 4 of the Rivalcade CSGO July blowout for $5,000. So the top team is getting actually $2,500, $500 to each player. It's incredible. And so we are going to do a giveaway later. If you guys are hanging out, make sure that in the Twitch panels you click on Rivalcade's